So I'm going live again on YouTube. Could you guys see me now? Beatune and Saxon and Day. I started the stream again on YouTube. I might have mistakenly had the last stream on private. As you can see, my age is really showing, you know. All right, hello. Okay. Sorry about that. Oh, hello, Michelle. There you are. All right. This is great. Sorry about that. So I guess did you have a chance to listen to the guided meditation? All right. Okay, perfect. I have saved the last guided meditation on YouTube as well. I've also recorded it on my own. I was going to use it on a later date, but I can like edit that and post it too. Yeah, sorry about that. Any case, so this is great. We are back in business. Um, you are welcome to ask any questions. We did a guided meditation on road opening. So, what do you think about that, Michelle? Did you have a chance to enjoy the guided meditation? Okay, that's perfect. Hopefully, you enjoy this format, and then I'll post more guided meditation on YouTube and Instagram, and I put like incantations as also on YouTube and on IG. You know, that way it'll be a more immersive experiences, and you can access the energy of a spell or an energy of a ritual, even if I'm not here. Or yeah, that way everybody can benefit from it. Yeah. So how are you doing, Michelle? How's Singapore this week? Well, we all know about Murphy's Law, right? Anything that could go wrong will go wrong. So, and also lucky that for today, for some reason, I decided to record it on my own. So, a lot of divine intervention here. Hot as usual, Michelle said. Ha ha ha. How are you? I wish it's hot over here. It's actually not bad. Oh, I'm always kind of coughing because I have a lot of candles and incense in the background. If I go outside, it will be fine. Also, I cannot turn on the air filter or the air cleaner or air purifier when I'm on the mic, or else it's going to be like, yeah. Well, thank you. You are very nice for asking. My cough is getting better. Hey, Michelle said, I just started on The Airbender. I thought it was a movie. Didn't know it was so many episodes. Do you like it? Do you know why I suggest that show to you, Michelle? Ang? Hello, FGFG. How are you? Thank you for joining. Michelle Ang said, yes, quite nice. Ha ha ha. But why? Let me know. Ha ha ha. Well, don't you already know? You're Ang. You are the Airbender, Michelle. You are Ang, the Airbender. Hello, Dixie Wimmer. How are you? Thank you for joining us here. Michelle, you are the avatar. Taxi Wimmer said, I'm good. How are you? Michelle gave us a emoticon. Very cute. Well, it is a good show, though, Michelle. You're going to like it. It's very spiritual. I know it's meant for kids, but like everybody from all kinds of age group love that show. It's one of the classics, and it's often referenced too. I thought it was very well written. Well, good thing is you can also watch it with children. Everybody could get to enjoy it. So FGFG, how's Hong Kong today? It is as hot as Singapore. Oh, hello, IG. IG has JOL, Jolin. Can I call you Jolin? Have joined. Hello, Jolin. We are both on IG and on YouTube. So if you hear me reading off a comment that you do not see on your screen, that means we are on. I'm reading off a comment on YouTube. So I have to apologize. Earlier, I did a whole guided meditation session. Unfortunately, the room was set on private, so nobody saw it. And I was thinking, like, where did everybody go? But we fixed that. That's good. And I've recorded the guided meditation. So it is either showing up on YouTube now, or I can just edit it and then I put it on YouTube or IG or wherever. So, what kind of guided meditation or spiritual hypnosis would you guys like to hear next? So, we can open the third eye, we can do road opening, we can do abundance and money meditation. We can do soul retrieval session, we can do past life regression. A lot of you like it, or we can do infusing energy onto your soul, on your psychic self. I'm reading about the J seal removal. It's been popular. We can go back to Reiki and opening up your chakra and connecting to the universe. I'm open to suggestion. So FGFG said Hong Kong been raining for a week. I hate spring. Really? I guess in Hong Kong it's always green, right? Like you don't actually get the winters around here. Like the winters around here is very depressing. Like all the leaves are gone and the ground is like gray and white. I guess like if you guys in the tropic, it's always green somewhere, right? Yeah, but I would love to visit like Singapore and Hong Kong someday. Or Thailand, where where it's a lot cheaper than Hong Kong or Singapore. Taxi Wimmer said, I'm open to any guided meditation, but in my life, it seems like I am constantly having blocks. Would like to focus on that. The guided meditation of today was focusing on that, I believe. I joined later. Yes, that was. And it was recorded. So it should be on YouTube soon. So I've saved that on YouTube. Taxi Wimmer said I rewatch it later. That's great. Everything happens for a reason. Maybe you weren't ready to watch it today. Maybe it'll come in handy on a different time, or maybe to remember it on a more appropriate time to watch. Yeah, that's great. So yeah, I was Tanya. Hello, Tanya. How are you? Welcome. How's Hong Kong treating you? I hope you're enjoying spring better than FGFG here. Yeah. So earlier I was talking about road opening and blockage removal. And I was saying that sometimes the blockages are created by ourselves, right? Many times our blockages are just ways that we couldn't see through. Sometimes we don't have to go through a blockage, right? There, you can go around it. Tanya said she also don't like spring in Hong Kong. Haha. Okay, I guess like nobody likes it. Nobody likes the rain. I guess maybe that's it. We haven't had rain here for like a week, so they say in New England, if you don't like the weather, just wait a minute. Yeah, so I was saying for blockages, sometimes it is just we as human beings are unable to see a different path, right? Sometimes you don't have to remove a blockage, you just have to see like a different way to approach your goals. I was saying on the private session before, because I forgot to set it to public, that I wrote a business plan about 12 years ago back when I was graduate school, and it won a bunch of awards. But at the time, we couldn't find funding because at the time, it was all social media or nothing, right? And our business plan, minimal social media exposure. So we actually get to talk to some VCs, which we have a lot of these in Boston. But at the end, they were very impressed with the business plan, but they declined to fund it. And 12 years later, I realized that I don't really need that kind of funding if I go a different path. So that's the blockage removal. I wish I could have seen that 12 years ago. We would be talking on a different world. But that's an example of blockage removal. It's just your spirit guide taking you, realigning your focus onto a better path. Dixie Wimmer said, I still live with my mom, who tends to be quite negative. Could her negativity be causing my bad luck? That's a good question. But no, you have to overcome that, right, Dixie Wimmer? I understand it is quite a lot of stress living with people that don't believe in you and quite negative. But in the real world, there will be a lot more negativity. So it's up on you to overcome this negativity. Michelle said 12 years later, wow, really long. I know, huh? It's just me being dumb for the last 12 years. But it also shows to prove that, don't give up on anything. Things that seems impossible at the time could be easily accomplished in a year or two. Or situations changes, people around you changes. So I never give up on anything. Instead, you may abandon it, but you don't give up on things, right? You shelf it. That's the better word. You shelf a plan. But I always make a lot of plans too. Even though there are some plans that cannot be executed. I write it out and just put it in my journal. Maybe 4 or 5 years later, something comes up and you have the plan all ready to go. And also, your financial situation today is not the same, will not be the same financial situation like 5 years from now. Back in college, $10 are hard to come by. I'm not saying I'm rich now, but I can have a little bit more resources to throw around, right? Tanya said, by the way, I was in Korea a few days ago. Oh, wow, that's great. Tell us about Korea. Which part of Korea did you go? The food must be great, right? Over here, I like to go to this Korean restaurant. They do Korean barbecue. They have the greatest scallion cake ever. I know that's not fair. That I know most Korean food are not barbecue, but around here, when you say Korean food, they think of barbecue. And when I was in college, I actually went to like a Korean diner, which is probably illegal, but it opens at the back of a grocery store. And I think the lady who opens the grocery store opens that quote unquote restaurant where you have a lot of like Korean construction workers and Koreans in the neighborhood that don't normally intermingle with Westerners. They all go to that diner, and it's all you can eat rice, which is perfect for us college students at the time. And I tell you, I had the best rice ever, like the best fragrant rice, the most gummiest, chewiest rice, and it was like for $4. It was all you can eat, and uh, and since then I haven't been able to find rice that was that good. Or I don't care how much money I spend, I can go to the store and spend $20 on a bag of rice. I could never recreate that level of goodness. So yeah, that's my experience of Korean food. Yeah. So Tanya said, agree, don't give up. That's true. That's very true. Always be fighting, right? Your wish will come true. It will just not be the way you think it is, you know. Always keep an open mind and keep working towards your goals. Dexy Wimmer said, interesting. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, I see what you mean by, living with people that are negative. You just need to go find your positivity too. And when you're out in business world, um, at least your mother will always be honest in the way she feels about you, right? When you're out there in business world, people will be nice to you and hug you and, say they'll support you, but, at the most appropriate time, they're going to turn their back on you. And you never know who is working behind you, stabbing your back. So maybe this is training for you, right? It's better to have negativity in front of you than have negativity that are hidden. So yeah, you just have to do your own work. You have to believe in yourself and, and move with a divine purpose, right? I've been saying that all along. If your purpose is to just pleasure seeking and get all the money and spend it on pleasure, no spirit's going to help you, right? But you find your divine purpose. If you are doing things for other people, if you're trying to build a better community or help your country become better and, all kinds of good things, right? Have a bigger vision, then your spirit guide will be more likely to help you. And there are all kinds of spirits they'll find your goals to be reaching, and they will help you accomplish your goals. That way, those spirits could also accomplish your goal through piggybacking on you, right? So I guess that's one way to overcome all negativity. And anybody who ever done anything great have to deal with negativity. So yeah, good stuff. Thanks for sharing. Good to hear from you, Tanya. You'll be so quiet all the time. Drinking my coffee. A reinforcement coming in. I have brought 2 cases of Red Bull. Um, these days, I don't even go to stores anymore. I just buy things wholesale. Yeah, I think that's the path moving forward. Like retail store is coming to an end. Black Moon Lilith said hi. Hello, Black Moon Lilith. How are you? Nice to meet you here. Have we met before? So yeah, I've been saying that I just brought a case of Red Bull on Amazon. It's coming in soon. Uh, can't wait to get the extra boost of energy. Dixie Wimmer said, an example was with the angel invocation I told you about. I don't want to share all the details here in public, but she was exactly what I asked for. I wanted to plan a date, so I went to get a haircut. It was the worst haircut I had in years. but even other people told me it was bad. So this is no psychological self-sabotage, but real bad luck. Hey, getting a haircut is always good luck, you know. I did that when I was younger. Back when I had short hair, whenever I feel bad or I wish a change of luck, I'll go get a haircut. So there's no such thing as a bad haircut. Well, I'm saying this for now, but I don't know what you look like. I don't know how bad it is, right? So I don't want to speak for you, but for me, haircut always brings me good luck. I've been growing out my hair, so I haven't had a haircut in like 20 years. So I haven't had a haircut in a while. I guess a shaving. Shaving would be a haircut, right? Hey, there was this time I was about to go to a academic conference, and and at the time I guess I was like 18 or 19 years old. So before the conference, for a spark of luck, I decided to get a haircut. And I guess like guessing from going with your energy here, it was a really bad haircut. Like it looked nothing like I wanted to. And then like when I got to the conference, you know, I told everybody I had a bad haircut. And all the girls there say that, oh no, it's a pretty good haircut. And then like all the girls at the conference were like running their hands all across my hair. They were like all like playing with my hair. So, you know. So it turns out it was good luck after all, even though it was a bad haircut. So, you know. Yeah. Unless you got like a Highlander haircut, I don't see it as like bad, right? No, it was really horrible. I also grow out my hair, but basically I like to choose a buzz cut. Oh, okay. Yeah, I used to do buzz cut too. You can always fix that in a week or two, right? Black Moon Lilith said, I'm great, thank you. How are you? I'm doing great too. This is my first time here. Black Moon Lilith said, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Black Moon Lilith. Um, you can feel free to ask anything here. Feel free to share your experiences with the occult, or your experiences working with spirit. You can share your success story here, or how spirit have changed your life. Um, we are all pretty pragmatic here. We are all using the spiritual power to help us grow, achieve enlightenment, ascend, and more importantly, find us love and money. Earlier today, I did a guided meditation session on road opening, and it is archived on YouTube. You can go back and listen to it on a different time. Dixie Wimber said, I evoked Germany last week, and I could peek into the mental causal plane, the plane above the astral. That's great. I was talking with Germany while I was in the another higher body. That's great. Glad I'm so glad you're making progress here. Dixie Wimmer said, so I could my physical, the astral and the higher body are the same. Could feel. Yes, that's great. That's great. Sounds like you're making good progress here. Oh, and Black Moon Lilith, you're welcome to jump into to any discussion and offer your experiences and opinions, or if you want to ask a certain person on the stream a question, you're welcome to do so. Yeah, we're pretty open here. FG said, I'm such a positive person because my spirit guide are with me. That's great. Thank you for sharing. Tanya J said, thanks for your sharing. I also like Korean food, especially BBQ, seaweed rice roll, and rice cake, and Korean soy crab. Oh, that's great. So for the Korean soy crab, are they raw or are they cooked? I've seen like raw Korean soy crab before. I'm not sure if my immune system is up for that yet. But I do like the fried crab from Asian restaurants. FG said they just take care of me all the time, avoiding any trouble task in my daily life. That's perfect. Yes, that is a perk from working with a spirit. Oh yeah, so FG and Tiny said they are raw crab. Do you like it? I suppose you're eating the roe too, right? The eggs, the yellow stuff. Those are good. I don't know. Maybe I'll try it if it comes to see it. If it was presented in front of me and if it is not too crazy, I would try it. I also like fried crab, right? Tanya, those are good. The soft shell crab, is that what it is? Yeah, those are good. I think they put it in sushi roll here. That's great. All these wonderful food from people all around the world. So, Black Moon Lilith, if you can hear me, where are you from? FG said, "Could you eat sashimi?" Dion, yes, I love sashimi. But sashimi is fish, and crab is like a different animal, right? Actually, that was my first time to try raw crab. Okay. Hey, maybe one day I will go to Korea and then I will try that. You only live once, right? Or you only die once, right? I'm sure it's safe to eat. I'm also a positive person. That's great. So where in Korea did you go, Tanya? Michelle Ang said YOLO. That's yes, I agree with you. You only live once, right, Michelle? YOLO, yes. CO, oh, that's great. That's great. Because that's where all the action is, right? It's the whole country owned by Samsung. That's my impression. Yeah, but you guys in Asia are so lucky. You can get on a plane and there's all these great places you can go. In our hemisphere, like Canada and the US, like all the cities are exactly the same. Like they kind of look different, but like it's all the same chains. And everywhere you go, it's like McDonald's and Taco Bell's and Burger King's. All the menus are the same. I don't know, man. And if you go to a small town, like you can actually all the small town are actually the same in the United States and Canada. Like there could be a little difference, but like they're all the same. Tanya says Samsung, Hyundai, and LG. Yes, LG too, right? Uh, I actually had a phone, an LG phone, but they stopped making phones now. I think LG is like huge in Korea and Hyundai. They make good cars. They also build ships and airplanes too, like Hyundai. They're also making guns. They're making tanks and artillery guns from Hyundai. I was just hearing about it, and they are exporting a lot of hardware to Poland, of all places. Strange things I learned on the internet. So, Michelle, do you have raw crabs in Singapore? I think it's like a Korean thing, but things is going to catch on, right? Like sashimi wasn't a big thing in the U.S. and now it is like huge. Like they're eating all the fish in the ocean now. I think before sashimi, like Americans don't even eat fish, and now they can't get enough of it. Michelle Ang said, yes, in Korean restaurants, but I haven't tried it yet. Would like to try it one day too. Yes. Well, Tanya, you got a new job. You can be a food blogger. You can be a travel blogger. You could be one of those travel YouTubers. You know, we will all watch your channel and click on your ads. Introduce us to soy crab. So, do you like? Is it like soaked in soy? Is the crab still moving when you eat it? FGFG said no. Okay. FGFG said it's dead. Okay, that helps. I remember seeing a video in Japan that they slice half of the fish and then the other side of the fish is still swimming. So that's a bit too much for me. Isn't there like a dish in Chinese food where they fry the fish and then when it is on the table the fish is still breathing? Yeah, I think that's a bit too much for me. So good. Tiny as a fruit blogger. Yes, you should definitely do it, man. You should definitely do it, my friend. That okay, that's better. That's better. Tiny J said, I didn't try the raw octopus. Yeah, I think I've seen that on Anthony Bourdain, the late Anthony Bourdain, about the octopus still moving. You have to be careful though, right? Because the suction cup of the octopus could get stuck in the back of your throat and you may choke. So it's not as innocent as it looks. I mean, I don't mind eating meat and animals. I don't want to torture them, you know. Tiny J said, yes, octopus still moving. I feel bad too because octopus are like a smart animal, right? Like it has a lot of self-awareness. I don't know. I don't want to judge another culture. FG said, anything you can't eat, Dion. I don't know. I guess, you know, when it comes to me, I will decide. Oh no, we got cut off from Instagram. Okay, let's me get back on Instagram. All right, we're back on Instagram. So, I mean, so that's a good question. I guess for now I'll eat anything, but around here food are pretty lame. Tiny J says, so I didn't try. Yeah, I would have reservations about that too. Would you try the blowfish? I guess that's Japanese, right? The fugu. Yes, FGFG said yes. Did you try it? Was it good? Is it worth risking your life? I've tried that poisonous fish. FGFG said. From what I've been told, is the oh, hello, child of Lucy. Glad you can join us. Tamara, Yeah, we are on IG and we are also on YouTube. So if you hear me reading off a comment and you don't see it on IG, that means we are on uh, on YouTube. Child of Lucy said, "Why are you not showing your face?" Because my face is a mess. That's why I'm not showing. I'll show you my face in time, Tamara. I'll send you my picture if you want to see it, because I'll take a much more public profile from now on. So how are you doing, Tamara? Glad you can join us. Glad to see you back. You've been gone for a while. FGFG on YouTube said, I ate everything when I was in Tokyo. That's great. I would have done that too. Definitely. Child of Lucy said, haha, okay, my mentor. Oh, thanks. You're so nice. I'm glad you're doing so well, Tamara. Happy to see you back. Happy to see that you're so happy again. We were worried about you for a while, but I'm very happy to see you back. Child of Lucy said, yes, a lot better. That's great. So, what are you up to, Tamara? What are you up to lately? What are your plans for near future? Um, so, Tamara, we had a guided meditation session before. It's archived on YouTube on Road Opening, and you're welcome to check back to that anytime. I may post it on IG too if we have enough interest. Tinier J said on YouTube, the yen is so cheap now. Yes. Yes, that's great. Someday I'm going to have to get my butt to Japan, right? It's just so much nicer over there. People are like so much more polite. Food are like so much better. Child of Lucy said, trying not to piss Satan off. Oh, you're doing good. You are doing good, my friend. You are doing all the positive things for Satan. You are actually putting his energy to good use. Most quote unquote Satanists are just, drinking in the basement and hail Satan and break things. Or we have those philosophical Satanists or theosophical Satanists that are basically atheists and has nothing to do with Satan, right? So you're doing good. You're actually taking what Satan gave you and you are putting them into use. Tamara said, please post it on IG. I can help you repost. Yes. Well, thanks, Tamara. I will try to do that. I've also have other incantations created in Enochian, which is angel languages, or we can do it in Sanskrit. I only do like lost languages such as Enochian and Sanskrit or even Latin. That way, nobody could tell me that I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. Nobody can pick on me for a lost language. If I were to do it in German or something, people are going to tell me that my German sucks, but they can't tell me my Enochian sucks. All right. Child of Lucy said, appreciate you so much. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Tamara. I appreciate you a lot as well. You have brought a lot of light into the community, and I can tell you actually enjoy helping people. I see a lot of these quote unquote practitioners, they are just out there to make a buck and just give generic answer. But I can tell you actually put your heart and soul into your work, and your clients can feel that too. So I'm very proud of you, Tamara, and you are making Satan proud. And being occultists, we all have these moment when we're detached from reality for a little while. Don't feel upset about that. Hello, okay, how are you? So yeah, and thanks to you, Tamara, I'm getting to know a lot of people in Singapore. And also, thanks to you, I'm on Instagram, right? I didn't care much about Instagram, but I know you're on here, so I thought, maybe I could start a profile on Instagram. So thank you for your encouragement too, Tamara. Much appreciated. So yeah, this is great with a good group going on. Okay, on YouTube said I'm fine. I have been sending you blessings and vibrations for a while. When I feel like it, did it help in any way? Oh, thank you. Okay. Yeah, I can feel something from you, and I've been also been sending you good energy too. So I hope you have been having a good week. How's your samurai? Um, I guess like exploration coming on. So yeah, I wish I'm in Asia. You guys are having all the fun in Singapore and Hong Kong and Korea and Thailand. All the good things are happening. So yeah, Tamara, I've been telling my group here on YouTube that moving forward, I'll be doing a lot more guided meditation and hypnosis, recorded hypnosis. We will be using that as tangible good. I'm sure you know, as a practitioner, that payment processor are not happy to process rituals and prayer services or reiki. So for tangible goods, I will be using meditation products from now on. So you'll be hearing a lot more from me. Um, so okay, on YouTube side, I've stopped focusing on samurai and now to into the underworld things, mostly Tartarus. Oh, great! Sounds like you have found a new focus on your occult journey. Taxi Wimmer on YouTube said, "I'm thinking of moving out, but in a different city because of loneliness. But it feels like I am in a running away from my situation. But I think living on my own would be good for my well-being. Just a new location, new people." Yes, Dixie Weber. I think that is a great idea too. Get a reset button on your life, meet new people, and when you move, right, your senses are much more acute, right? Like right now, I can tell that you are running into a lot of blockages and maybe kind of stagnate in your growth, right? And and moving to a new room or new city is going to refresh your senses, right? You're going to meet new people, and when you're in a new place, right, you are less worried about pissing people off. You are less worried about what this guy is going to say behind your back with your friends, because you don't know anybody and nobody knows you, right? So you can just live quite freely. I don't know how it is like in Europe, right? But in America, we have this culture called the nomad culture, right? There are people that will only live in a city for like a year or less, and then they move on to another city. Some people would just live in the van or live in the car. If you can pull that off, that's great. But you're definitely not if you live in like cold weather, if you're in like Dakota or something. Or maybe, you spend a summer in cold weather places like New York or North Dakota or something, and then you spend your summer in Arizona or something where it's nice and warm. So yeah, so I'm glad you are thinking about that, and keep us informed. Do you have to live in the same country in Europe, or can you move to like a different country? Okay, said Hades allowed me to have some domain in Tartarus, And I use that by sending my spirit to help lost and spirits in suffering. It hurts them at first, but it is a matter of lessons. Dixie Wormer said, yes, a lot of stagnation. I mean, at least you realize that and you're willing to do something about it, right? That is the first step. And you'll find yourself growing a lot faster when you're just living by yourself, right? I have friends that never quite leave their family, and they are like dorks, right? They are like 30 and 40 years old, and they still live with their parents, you know, like large family kind of thing, or if they're on their own and the parents is just down the street, right? Like nothing wrong with that, but they are still stuck the way they are when they're like 18 years old, you know. Like you can just tell somebody who is on their own and somebody who is mama's boy, you know. Like a whole lot sharper if you're by yourself. It's time to grow, you know. Your mom will be fine. She's expecting this, you know. One day her children is going to grow up and be on their own. And I think she is going to be happy for you too. OK said, I have a castle there too. I also had some spirit wanting to like make some kind of alliance or pact with me. And it surprised me because I'm a human. But I guess they like the help I gave them. That is true. That is true. I think you are much appreciated in the underworld, okay? Dixie Wimmer said, I can also move to another country, but I can get my own place for a very cheap price in a particular city. Many young people there. That's great. Yeah, cheap rent is good, man. Over here, cheap rent is like crazy. And it's keep getting crazier, man. Like, I don't even know where my money is. You know, I made a lot of money last month, and then first of the month come by, and then it's all gone, man. I guess you hear about the inflation in the United States, and you know, I just don't get to keep any of my money. OK said, I am dealing with paranoia as we talk, though. Really, it's one of my main issue. Yeah, you know, what can I say? That's I think you knew that too, right? Coming in here, um, maybe there's something you can do about that. You know, go out more, have fun. You know, meet more people. Do you play any team sport? Okay. Dixie Wimmer said, I have a question about repeating numbers like 333, 1111, etc. What is the meaning of that in your opinion? That just means that there are spirits in your sphere, and they are actively intervening, right? Um, so there are numerologists that would go into details about what each number means, and I think they're just making it up as they go along, right? There's no proof about what each number means. But when you're seeing those numbers, that's a good thing. That means an entity is around you helping you, especially angelic entities, right? So I guess this also means that you're on the right path, and they're sending you a signal that you're on the right path. OK said, yeah, but maybe it's related to my crown chakra. I feel my crown chakra pressured a lot, especially right now. I would like you I would like to know your thoughts on what it is. What is this? Some burning in my lower chakra too. But what do you think it is? Okay. Um, it could just be all the spirits you have summoned, and they are trying to get to you, right? FG said, every time I see 666, I have good luck. Oh, that's great. That's good correlations. FG, good work. OK said, do you sense, like, maybe energy towards me, or I get the Tartarus vibes. Yeah, I think your spirit guides or the spirit that you've evoked are sending you signals for you to act upon, right? Like those could be like um, packets of messages that you're receiving. That's why your crown is like vibrating, and you just need to be more open to receive. Maybe like you said, your paranoia is kind of blocking them, and you're creating like a resistance and you're top of the crown, right? If you open yourself up and let this energy goes through you, you'll be able to decipher more of the wisdom coming to you from your spirit guides. FG said, although I also see other angel numbers every day. That's great. Yeah, I think like it is highly individualized. Like 1111 could mean a certain thing to a certain people, and then it could mean another thing to some other people, right? Dixie Wilmer said, I always see repeating numbers, but the times I've seen it linked to events is when a truth come out. Oh, that's great. That is a good observation. It is often something I don't like or unfortunate. That's true, but it is like the truth, right? It's like that movie, right? We can't handle the truth. Hey, on IG, Gods and Devils Tarot. Welcome to the stream. We are both on IG and we are also on YouTube. Thanks for stopping by. Dixie Wilmer said, could be divine intervention. Could be. I mean, it's not just the truth. It's not like a truth that is convenient to you, right? Like, they're not just going to tell you the truth because you're curious, right? They are setting you on a path. Like, nobody wants to hear like a bad truth, but like it helps you make good decisions, right? So it is an intervention on their part, and it is also a sign for you to do something about it. You get what I'm saying? Okay, said, I feel like they are telling me to work on being more grounded and also develop a strong solar praxis. As for the crown, I think it's like to practice being more intelligent. That's true. But I would like to know your thoughts on it since it's so too much energy to different chakras can cause someone to feel unbalanced or tired. Well, you can handle it, right? Okay, you are an occultist, and you're going to receive all kinds of energy from all kinds of spirits and planes of existence. The question is really like how you plan to decipher these energy and put them to good use in real life. And the way you're putting up resistance could also be the source of the drainage, energy drain, and the imbalance too, right? Like I said before, try to just open up to all the energy, good, bad, ugly, or nice. When you receive energy, receive all of it. Tiny J said, I always see 28, my favorite number. That's great. That's great. 28 is also how old I am. That's what I keep telling myself. That's great. So, Tanya, is there any stories behind the number 28? Like, do you see the number 28 and then something good happens? Tell us a story. Okay, said, that's true. From your view, what kind of messages do you think they're giving? Well, it's mostly like plans on what you have to do in order to help these spirits have domain in the physical world or as the extension in the physical world. I don't know. Maybe you don't know that too, right? It could be a plan to make you a billionaire or become the next Hugh Hefner. I don't know. sometimes it could be like a message that is for the future, like it could be a message that you don't quite understand now, but in like a month or two, maybe like a multi-part message where the first part you have to enact, and then you see the wisdom of the second part, right? Okay, set extension in the physical world. Yes, that's what I mean. Like you do things for them. Tanya J said, "Ha ha ha, your age." Yes, glad you find that funny. I, I only look like a 28. Okay, maybe that helps. Hey, Fallen, how are you? Glad to see you here. Okay, said, I feel like it's a way of them wanting me to be more dominant and like a leader by building a foundation like a group. Yes, that's true. It could be that. Now, I don't know every part of your life, right? It has to make sense to you. Tanya J said, my birthday is on 28th. Oh, that's great. That is great. That is a great day to have a birthday. Tanya J said, I met good people, friends in their life, and their birthday is also on the 28th. That's great. Yeah, that's true. I have a few good friends that have the same birthdays, and they're all from different stations in my life. Like they've never met before, but they have the same birthday. It's strange, isn't it? Dexy Wimmer said 28 is related to money, according to some numerologists. That's great. It's good advice, Dexy Wimmer. So there you see, Tanya. You're going to be very rich very soon. Dexy Wimmer said, according to GG33. That's great. Good source for Tanya to look up in the future. Okay, so something that could help me get my feet in. That's right. What vibes do you get from it? Like good vibes, more for you to go out and expand your influence in the physical world, and to that extent, the influence of your spirit guides too. Okay, so I keep thinking you used to be in Arabia in the past life of yours. It's very true. I could be. Probably before the Muslim took over, when it was still fun. Well, thank you for telling me, though. FG said, the pronouns of 28 in Cantonese are pronounced easy, get rich. Oh, that's great. Thanks for sharing. So that is a great number, Tanya. Everybody here agrees with you that 28 is a great number. So you have good taste in numbers. So Hong Kong people love 28. I see. Thanks for sharing. That's a good number to have indeed. Okay, said, yeah, I got an image of you being somewhat of a mystic there. Feeling that January was with you back then. Very possible. Yeah, that's a good good reading there about Germany also being a jinn. Tiny J said, agree with FGFG. Yes, we are all very full of wisdom today. Very good. This is the kind of sharing that I like to see, people from the group helping each other, using all our resources and our experiences. Tanya J said, I'm going to get rich soon. Yes, you are, Tanya. Yes, you are. Keep an open mind on opportunities. It may not be the opportunities that you are thinking right now. Keep. I can see you're a good people person. Talk to a lot of people. Sometimes the spirits are using other people's voice to deliver their message, right? And your friends may not even know they're delivering a message from the angel, but They could just open their mouth and they could be blabbing something, and you think to yourself, hey, you have a point there. Maybe they talk about soy crabs in Hong Kong. Obviously not, probably not the case, but you get what I'm saying. Or maybe you think that's a stupid idea, but then you think, hey, maybe something about soy crab could, or a soy sauce. Or I don't know what I'm talking about, but you get what I'm saying, right? One thing leads to another. Explore different avenue, right? FGFG said, I agree with you, Tiny. Haha. Yes, we all agree with you, Tiny, that a lot of good things are coming your way. Okay, on YouTube side, other than that, I see you being willing to expand like knowledge to people and build a community. And I get that the reason you are a creator nowadays is related to it. If you haven't maybe thought, it's like you were somewhat of a person. People would go for advice and back and then. And I think you was in some areas of Iraq and Hajis too. Oh, that's great. Nice and warm. Iraq was not always desert like we are today. It used to be this lush, green, prosperous part of the world. It was the richest country in the world for a time. A lot of the Bible writing comes from the Iraqi, or like Babylon, um, territory. So yes, you're right. But you were doing things in secret too, because I feel like you were some kind of a target at some point. That's a good observation. Okay, I'm always a target of some sort, but that's fine. You only get to live so long, right? I'm okay with that. FGFG said, I'm doing my occult homework now. Wow, I'm listening to you live. Oh, that's great. Glad to see you are making an effort and practicing your craft. So we have all good stuff happening on this live stream right here. Tanya J said, what are you doing now, FGFG? So yeah, okay, just in case you have missed it, I've done a road opening guided meditation at the beginning of the live cast. So it should show up, it will probably show up in a different live stream because I've accidentally left it on private when I streamed earlier. And thanks to all my friends on Instagram were able to let me know that I wasn't broadcasting okay, and I fixed that. Okay. So anybody else is on Instagram right now? Anybody on Instagram? That's fine. I'm glad I got to connect with some of my friends on Instagram. Who came a little bit earlier? Okay said, as far as I know, the only time I was in Middle East was when I was like a pusher in Ottoman Empire. But do you have any observation on it? Either pusher or someone like a leader in Egypt. Yes, I can totally feel that. Yeah, I can totally see you riding a camel in combat gear. You were like a Mameluke warrior. You have fought off the Mongols, and you have helped establish an empire. And for your effort, you became a lord in the Mameluke rule. Yeah. And I can see a lot of people bowing down on you as you ride your army through the streets in the Middle East. FGFG said, something I did, something I have promised myself, my spirit guides, because they love me to be aggressive at Tanya. All right, let me have something to drink. This is good discussion, guys. Keep it coming. We have opinions from people from all around the world. We have experience sharing from all over the world here. This is great. We can only do this in this year and age, you know. Okay, so it is interesting how many past lives of mine are related to leading countries. That is very true. I think you are a born leader, okay, and it could be in this life for you to lead in a different way, you know. Tiny J said, glad to know that FGFG. All right, so we're doing pretty good. I think I've been on air for an hour and a half, probably a little bit more than that. The time is 11:42 a.m. I think it's getting pretty late um, in Asia. So I plan to wrap the stream up in about 2 or 3 minutes. Um, if you're on the stream and you haven't said hi to me yet, please say hi so I know you are here. Or if you have any last word for this live stream, which went very well. I'm very happy. Feel free to say it now. And any concluding remarks? You can always find me on IG and send me a message. Um, and I'll have a lot more coming up. Um, Things that you couldn't even imagine. I have it on plan. So a lot of plans doesn't quite come together quickly, right? So it's going to take me a few months to get it together. But when you see it, you're going to think, "Wow, this is great." Okay, said in this life, I like practicing in protecting insecure people and help them transform. I like to build a group where I can have foundation. Yes, that's true. I feel some kind of anxiety though that doesn't feel like mine. Hey, when you're about to do great things, you're gonna feel a little edgy. It's good to feel anxiety. It means you're still alive. Anxiety is your body moving up to a higher gear. That's what I tell my clients. Back when I was starting to do speeches and lectures, I feel anxiety and this knot in my stomach before presenting my lectures, right? And now I don't. And I wish that I can feel that way again. I felt much more alive back then. These days I can just walk up to a podium and start talking. I kind of miss that anxiety. Okay, so like that girl we talked about, I feel like she wants to talk to me, and it's my guide's way of telling them to help her and motivate her to talk to me. That Mao girl. Also, like we said before, if you really like her, you should take some initiative to invite her into your world, right? You got to be a gentleman, okay? What you don't want to happen is, you have a connection with a girl and then you don't talk to her, and then tomorrow she go out and a gentleman buys you a drink and then they start talking, right? And next thing you're out of the picture. So you don't want it to happen, okay? Hear that from a guy who has been living for longer than you. Okay, I've had a few of these experiences, so she was the one who wronged me, and my guides wanted me to teach her a lesson by making her do the first step. But you're right. Hey, this is all about your ego right now, okay? Would you rather be right, or would you rather have the girl? I mean, do what you have to do. I don't want to tell you what to do, but coming from a guy who has lived longer than you, coming from an old wise man, no, I don't feel like egotistical while thinking about it. Okay, well, it's up to you, right? I'm just telling you from where I stand right now. The preferred strategy. I feel like a divine feeling of transforming her through a lesson. You do what you have to do, okay? By temporarily not showing my emotions to her in order to give her time to reflect on herself. That is your personal decision, my friend. Like I said, learn to be a gentleman. Okay, Seth, what are your plans for the future? Oh, I have some business plan happening for the occult and the broader picture. Um, I'm kind of merging some of my past expertise in neuroscience um, with my occult practice. Just like we talked about before, a few years ago, I was kind of stagnant with my career. It is not at a bad place, but like it's not going anywhere. So, and I guess I have to like let go of some of my aspirations in order to achieve greater things. So that's my plans, my friend. I mean, it's going to be public pretty soon about what I'm doing. So just wait a little and then I'll share with you. But in any case, I am going to wrap this up in about a minute. I know I'm lagging. I know there's a lag between your typing and me seeing it. So I'm just giving it a minute for all the last minute message to come through. And then, we'll call it a day. And then hopefully I could see you all again next week, Saturday or Sunday. Oh, thank you. Okay. Okay, Sad, I would like to give some overpowering energy to boost your career and perhaps influence more. You deserve it. Oh, thank you, my friend. It means a lot coming from you. Okay, Sad, what do you think about how my aura is transforming as I'm connecting more to Tartarus? I think it is growing. Um, I think you are also at the same time patching some holes in your aura as you're moving forward. That is fine. Um, it is growing a lot more light. Um, and your spirit guide on the other side is waiting to see what you are doing with the energy that they impelled you with. And depending on what you do with it, they're going to give you more. Or if you're not doing anything with it, they're going to give it to somebody else. Just like the way they roll all the time. I noticed that my red is now more of a dirty blood red. Yeah, it's like a maroon kind of red, but in a positive way. So, any case, the time is now 11:50. So I guess I've been on for an hour and 50 or more. So we are going to call this a day. Thank you for joining us. Refer back to, I guess, the last live stream when I posted the guided meditation road opening. That is a good one. And anyways, thank you for everybody for joining us. We had experiences shared from all over the world. We hear lucky numbers from a lot of people. That's great, and hopefully I can talk to you again next week. Come with some questions or experiences you want to share and help grow this community. Okay. See you guys next week. Bye bye.